I'm Henrik Nordmark.
And I'm David Reinstein.
And this is 1, 2, 3.
The Profusion Data Podcast.
So, David, how have you been?
I'm doing very well. I'm enjoying living here in Munson, Massachusetts, which is in a backwater town in Massachusetts where I moved a couple months ago. How about yourself, Henrik?
Enjoying the summer right now. Perhaps one of my last summers in the United Kingdom before I move out to Canada.
Nice. We'll welcome you to the continent with open arms.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So maybe let's talk a little bit about what this podcast is about.
Good question. What is the point of this podcast? Tell us.
All right. So I'm Henrik Nordmark. I am the Director of Science, Data Innovation at Profusion. I'm also a visiting fellow and lecturer at the University of Essex in the Department of Mathematical Sciences, where I teach in statistics and machine learning and other topics. And I'm just really passionate about psychology, economics, philosophy, mathematics, and how all these interplay.
You sure
and
are.
how we can use these to really harness insights from data.
I'm David Reinstein. I'm working as a distinguished researcher at Rethink Priorities. I'm twirling my distinguished mustache right now. And that's a think tank that works on issues about how to do the most good in the world and the universe. I've taught economics and done research in economics, focusing on behavioral economics and microeconomics for about 15 years in the United Kingdom at Essex and at Exeter, and before that Essex, where I met Henrik. And I'm very interested in data, machine learning, experimental design, field experiments, and I'm also working with Profusion on some different projects, including the Data Academy.
So over the next few months, we're going to be interviewing data leaders in all kinds of different organizations, in the private sector, in government, in the charity sector, and I'm really looking forward to just understanding how they are driving insights and value for their organizations using cutting-edge data science, cutting-edge behavioral economics, cutting-edge all the different areas of science that are applicable to, make business and organizations drive more value.
I think that's interesting. I mean, I know that there are some podcasts about data science out there. There are quite a few. And there's podcasts about business, but I haven't really seen any podcasts that bridge the two. I'd really like to dig into some details and some specifics of what businesses are doing using data, what answers and solutions they have, what questions they have that they don't know the answers to, and what we can bring to that conversation. We're hoping also to make a lot of this accessible to people who don't have degrees and extensive experience in data science, but also explaining meaningful things and not just covering the general buzzwords and floaty, woolly ideas.
Indeed. So if you don't have a PhD in mathematics or anything like that, do not worry. We will definitely be asking lots of questions of our data experts, our data leaders. And some of them don't necessarily even come from technical backgrounds themselves, and yet are still, in a position of leadership where they need to drive insights from data. And that is interesting in itself, and really understanding how they go about doing that.
And if you do have a PhD in mathematics or statistics, don't worry either, because you'll enjoy seeing how these mere mortals tick and how they understand and misunderstand all the things that you know much better. So we hope it's fun. I think data science can be fun.
And we have a little clip here of the show you can hear now. So I think really the next thing we'd really love to hear about is perhaps the most exciting data project that you worked on or seen done in your career at Shell.
Yeah, I think one of the projects that I'm very proud was a campaign called Pump Challenge. Yeah, okay. So it was a couple of years ago, and the concept behind the Pump Challenge was a human insight. Yeah, they come from. So when you fill up your car, lots of people, we've seen from the data, there are lots of people were filling up 20 pounds 0.01. or 1999. Yeah. So
Sure.
then think, okay, what is this behavior? What is this behavior? And we were thinking, probably what they were doing is going to try to fill up on the money. Yeah. And on the back of this insight, we create like a little game where if you will be able to fill up to 20,000, you will get extra point. The implementation was quite difficult to do. But that's what makes me proud of the campaign is we take some data point, which is just looking at the data that says why all these people are filling up 20.01, 20.02, and can we make an engaging a campaign out of this human behavior?
Yeah.
So I think that was a quite a fun gamification of the fuel buying behavior, which is normally no one would say I love to go and do shopping at Shell and buy fuel, right?
Yes, indeed. It is always interesting of clever ways of gamifying different aspects of our lives. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. If you would like to get in touch with Profusion, you can contact us at hello@profusion.com or on Twitter at PRFSN. David, are you looking forward to starting this journey together?
Start up the engine.
Great. So the episodes will be out next month, and we look forward to seeing you there.
See you there. Bye-bye.